Good morning, everyone. I have a question this morning. Do you know what you want? Oftentimes we know what we don't want, but do you know what you want? Like, do you know what you truly want? Do you know what you want that would make you truly, truly happy to the depth of your soul? I didn't. I had no clue. I spent my whole life, thinking, why don't I have what they have? I'm a good person. Don't I deserve to have a good life too? Don't I deserve to have, the things that I desire? Why is the universe passing me up? What have I done wrong? Or do you spend time thinking about what you do desire and really figuring out like what that looks like really getting clear on it in your mind, maybe even journaling about it and getting excited and thinking this is possible, and being open to seeing the signs from the universe so that you can take those action steps to get on your way so that it can come to fruition in your life. Because I'm no expert on this, that's for sure. But I can tell you that this past year, since I've decided, and I've always been a good person, and I've always, I've known that it's important to put out in the world what you want to receive back. So I have always done that. But I became really clear on this a year ago that it doesn't matter how much, we give out love. I mean, it's important, don't get me wrong. But it's very, very important to give that love to ourselves. How many times do we look in the mirror and say, oh, I hate my hair. I wish I had such and such as hair. My nose is too big. My eyebrows suck. I never liked my eyebrows. But that's okay. That's who I am, and I don't care anymore. And I don't care what anybody else thinks, because what somebody else thinks of me is none of my business. So my clarity was that to truly manifest what I want, once I decided what that was, and I have a very clear vision of where it is I'm going and what it is I want right now, and I focus on it daily. But it is very, very important in order to get there that you go inward and you find that love for yourself. Stop comparing yourself to other people. We all have gifts. We are all meant to be different, and we all came here with a purpose. Stop thinking that, I have to do my business that way because that's how they do it. Or, this is how it's done. Like, that I have to follow this blueprint or it's not going to work. It's not true. Go inward. Love yourself. Let go of all those belief systems that you picked up in childhood, maybe from past lives, that are no longer serving you because you don't need them anymore. Give yourself the love that you desire. If you had a horrendous childhood, and some of us have, not me personally, my childhood wasn't that bad. I mean, the empath thing was rough because of my emotions, but I had great parents and they did love me. And I love them unconditionally too. But even like that, they couldn't protect me from all of the miseries that I encountered through life. So it's very important to check in and see, like, what are you saying to yourself? Can you look in the mirror and say, I truly love myself? Because the desires, the wants that we have, they're only going to come into our lives when we truly love ourselves. Looking at someone else and being jealous or judging, especially like, they don't deserve that because, they don't have what I have. They're not as smart as me. They don't have the degree that I have. Well, so what? You don't need that to be successful or to love yourself. You truly don't. So what I've learned on this journey is all those belief systems that I picked up over a lifetime that, people were projecting on me. That's their perception, but it's no longer mine. I love what I see in the mirror, and I don't care who likes it. I'm not trying to please anybody other than myself. And when you get to that point where you don't care what other people are saying about you, what other people are trying to get other people to believe about you, doesn't matter. Just be your authentic self. Put out in the world what you want to come back to you, and find that love for yourself and foster it. Find daily practices that nurture your soul. For me, I get out in nature often with my dogs. I wake up to these beautiful beings and they bring me so much joy. If you are an empath and you don't have a pet, I highly recommend you get one. Empaths give away too much energy and no one gives it back to you. They just use you, but they don't fill your cup up. But my dogs, they love unconditionally. If I leave the house 50 times and come back, each time they greet me like they haven't seen me for a month. They just love me so much, and it fills up my cup. You need to find something that brings you that joy. If people in your life are not giving it to you, then find it in pets. It's okay to have one. You can figure it out. You'll find a way, like when you got to travel or whatever. For us, we won't even go anywhere unless we can take our dogs, or my brother can look after them for me, because I love them like my children, and I won't leave them with just anyone, and they'll never be put in a kennel because I love them as much as they love me. So my message today is, look after you. Stop comparing. Stop looking in the external world and go inward. Find that love. Foster it. Do whatever you can to nurture your soul and let it know that I'm back. I do love me, and I don't care who else does, because what other people think of me doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be my perception. I don't have to live in that energy anymore. And when you get to that place, it is so liberating. I don't know where my business is going to take me. I don't know who's coming in my life, but I can tell you one thing. As I'm dropping away all these toxic relationships that I've had, so many beautiful people have come into my life. A lot of them are just like me. I'm actually helping them because they're so empathic and they're so beautiful, but they're so damaged. So if you are not manifesting in your life what you want, go inward. Foster that love for yourself. Do it daily. If you have to set a timer or schedule it in your calendar, do it. The self-love practices can never stop. You can get to a good place, and I know spiritual people who have done this. They've done the work. They're in a much better place vibrationally, and they stop doing their inner work. And when you stop, the universe is like, okay, so we don't love ourselves anymore. Oh, you want to be on that low vibration. You want miserable stuff to come back in your life. Well, we can make that happen. We do create our own reality. Know it, believe it, and start loving you. I'd love to hear your comments. Have a great day.